Fitness Friday, everybody. This is Janet Randall, and today I've got 15 different push-up variations for you. I like the push-up exercise because it's a great way to strengthen your upper body as well as your core. It does not require any special equipment, and you can take it with you anywhere you want to go. So, for those of you who want some arms and abs, this one is for you. Most of these push-ups can be modified by elevating the hands either on a step, a bench, or a chair, so keep that in mind. Let's get to it. The first one, let's just talk about our basic push-up. Starting in that high plank position, shoulders right over those hands. Your feet, the closer they are, the more difficult to exercise. You can open them up if you need, give you a little more stable base. Your belly button is pulled in strong back towards that spine, and you're pressing strong through your hands so we're not sinking in our shoulders here. We're nice and strong here. Just lower to that push-up, bring it back up. Remember to modify. We're going to elevate. We want to make sure that we're still keeping those hands right over those shoulders, that we're not pushing back this way. Shoulders right over those hands, belly button pulled in. You're kind of bringing your chest down to that little imaginary line between your hands. So that's that basic push-up. Let's take it to a narrow push-up. When we talk about narrow push-ups, shoulders again right into those hands. Your elbows stay really close to your sides. They're not going to stick out like as they do in a basic push-up. Belly button pulled in strong. Elbows stay really close. Bring it down. Press it up. Belly button really pulled in on this one. Okay, a wide push-up works a little bit more of your chest, and it's a little bit easier than that narrow one. Hands. So normally our hands are here. We're going to step them out a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. A little smaller range of motion. Again, working the front of the shoulder, working the chest a little bit differently. Okay, moving on. We're going to take it to a decline push-up. So instead of putting our hands on the bench, we're going to load those shoulders by putting those feet up. Elevating the feet. Right here. Again, nice, strong, straight body. Hands under the shoulders. And breathe. Okay, decline push-up. Moving on. Maybe you don't have a bench with you, but you still want to kind of load those shoulders a little bit. Let's take it to a heel lift push-up. You're going to alternate right, left. As you lower into the push-up, you're going to lift that heel. So right here. You lift it as high as you feel comfortable. You can really bring it up there. It's up to you. Heel lift. Push-up. Moving on, we have what I call ground release push-up. You're going to take it all the way. This is a little bit more advanced. Bring that body all the way down. Lift the hands off the floor. As you push into the floor, really squeeze that belly button strong. Kind of lift with your hips first. So right here, press. Bring it right back up. Ground release. That way you get a little bit of the upper back as you're pulling those hands up, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Okay, moving on. We have plyo push-ups. Plyo is short for plyometric. We're going to add a hop at the top. All right, you can get really fancy here. I'm just excited that I can get myself hopping up. So I'll show you basic plyo push-up right here. I know some people try to lift those hands up higher. It's a little trickier, so decide, or a clap at the top. It's kind of up to you. Okay, let's take it to a walking push-up. This way we're going to move to the side. So, as we step that to the right, we're going to lower in. As we bring it in, bring that left hand in. So, step, step, and then you can take it back. Walking push-up, a little coordination work, strengthening our brain as well as our body. Okay, moving on, we have a basic push-up with a shoulder tap at the top. So right here we're going to go push-up, tap, tap. On that shoulder tap, I've talked about this before, the only thing moving should be those arms. We're not going to wiggle that body. So really lock that core in. Tight, tap, 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 and so on. Okay, let's take it to a rotating push-up. A couple different ways you can do this one. For a full progression, you're going to tuck your leg underneath you because we're going to open up to that side. So we're going to go ahead and push up, and then rotate right there, nice and strong. Not sinking in this bottom shoulder here, but pressing up. Bring it down, push up, and rotate. So let's say you wanted to do 10 reps. You would do 5 on that side, and then switch, and do 5 on the other side. Tucking that leg under kind of loads this shoulder a little bit unilaterally, so that you're working, strengthening one side a little bit differently, which is always good to mix it up and strengthen those muscle imbalances. Okay, all right, let's take it to, okay, on that rotating push-up, If it's awkward to tuck that leg under, you can just keep it basic and then rotate that way without tucking that leg through. It's not going to load that shoulder like I was just talking about, but it gives you an option. Okay, let's take it to a spider push-up. So this one, as we lower into that push-up, we're going to try to bring that elbow up to our knee right here. So as we lower, that knee comes up and press it up. And the other side. This one always gets me. Really loading those shoulders. Okay. All right, let's try it with a lateral jack. So as we're going to lower into that push-up, you can also call this maybe a power jack push-up, or I've heard it called other things. So anyway, as we lower, we're going to jump those feet out, bring it back in. Lateral jack push-up. Okay, now we have a piston push-up or push-up with a half burpee. So it starts with our basic push-up, and as we come up, press through those hands, lift those hips, and you then come back down. Piston push-up. So on that piston part, you're going to be pressing strong through the heels of your hand, really pulling up strong with your core and trying to lift those hips, stack the hips over the shoulders. Okay, 2 more. We have our inchworm push-up. So start on our feet, walk those hands out to that plank position, push up, and walk it back in. You'll be surprised how the walking part really works and builds the muscles of your back. Okay, and last but not least, we have dive bombers, which are also called Hindu push-ups. So this is one of those where starting with your bum in the air is a good thing. Lifting those hips up, you're going to scoop through like you're going under a fence. Scoop through as low as you can, press and lift, and then reverse that motion. So one more time, scoop through, scoop back. To modify, scoop through as low as you can get, and then lift your hips and press back. Okay, so just scoop as low as you can, lift those hips, press back. So everybody can try that one. It's a great one for strengthening those shoulders as well as your back, your core. It's awesome. Listen, I have been there when I tried to do push-up and I wobbled my way down and then I couldn't get back up. I know how that feels. I promise you, if you add push-ups to your regular exercise routine, that strength will come and you'll be surprised at all these different types of push-ups that you can do. So let me show you the list if you want it. Right here, 15 different push-up variations. You see it? There we go. Again, I promise you that if you give this a try, maybe it's just 2 or 3 a day, and then the next day you do 4 or 5, then the next day you 6 or 7, I promise you that you can build this strength and you can do these push-ups. Give it a try, see what you can do, have a fantastic day.